All right, so we are going into a new box office weekend. It's been fun to watch the box office, at least over the past month. July was really fun because there were a lot of movies in July, more so than usual. You think they would have spread them all out, but you had big movies in July. Some really crazy numbers. Fantastic Four for one, Superman. I mean, these were big movies, and I mean, they're just scraping by. Fantastic Four is going to flop worse than Superman. I don't know if Superman is technically a flop because there's a good chance it could almost at least hit $650 million. We'll see. Fantastic Four, I think, is going to bottom out at 500. It's definitely dropping down to number 3 this weekend. Weapons and Freakier Friday projected to bring in pretty good money. So we have Weapons, and they have that between 30 to 40 million. Freakier Friday projected to bring in about 30 million. I don't know what the hell they were thinking. Who the hell wants to watch Freakier Friday? How many times can they switch bodies? This is like the third one, man. Isn't this like the third one? I don't know what they're doing here. But whatever. I'm sure it'll find an audience. I'm more interested in this Weapons movie. I think there's some interesting stuff going on with this movie. Definitely influenced by the past 10 years with teachers and parents going at it. I'm not saying that that's going to make it a bad movie. In fact, it's seen at 100% over on Rotten Tomatoes, which is pretty wild. I don't say put a lot of stock into critics, but I do think it's interesting that they all seem to love it. We'll see if that holds. I doubt it will. But this movie for sure, over the past 10 years, you've seen a lot of parents and teachers go at it. Teachers, particularly with the gender shit. And I don't see any reason why this movie would have any of that in it, but I do think that that's there. I mean, it's in the plot. The teacher's class is where, like, so it's one teacher, if you haven't heard of this Weapons movie, and I'm interested in this movie. I want to watch it. I'm going to try and see it Saturday. But the plot here is that there are a bunch of kids, and it was one teacher's room, and they all vanish, and the parents think she has something to do with it, so there's a lot of teacher conference, like teacher press events where the parents are attacking the teacher. I mean, there's obvious influence there. I'm not saying that that's going to make the movie bad, though. It could go sideways if it's like, parents are wrong. I just want to see the movie. And I actually think it's probably going to be a pretty good movie. We'll see. It definitely dodged a bullet, though. Pedro Pascal was originally going to star in Weapons. I didn't even know this. This guy dodged a bullet, man. Pedro Pascal fatigue, I think, is real. Did you know he's been in, counting Last of Us, 4 major projects this year, maybe more. Because off the top of my head, I can only think of The Last of Us, whatever that starts with an M, Magnificent or something, some rom-com. That movie barely squeaked into profit. And then you have that Eddington movie. That movie bombed. Last of Us bombed. And now it's looking like Fantastic Four is going to bomb. I think Pedro Pascal fatigue is real. I think people are tired of this guy. He's in everything. He's constantly in all these magazines and websites are trying to say this is the sexiest man alive. There was that weird photo shoot where everyone's rubbing his face. All of the creepy anxiety things of him grabbing Vanessa Kirby's ass and face all the time is really weird. I think he's doing more damage to things now than he is helping it. He's just in too much shit, man. But I wonder if he turned down Weapons because there's no women around for him to have anxiety with. It's very strange. Like, he would have had to grab on the guys. Maybe they weren't feeling that. But yeah, according to the director of the movie, he was originally going to be in it. They had to get a whole new cast because I guess maybe it was a different tone with him. I had a whole different cast for this movie, and then we had the strike, and then Pedro Pascal's schedule threw us into turmoil. I had to recast the entire movie. That ended up leading to Josh Brolin starring in the movie, which makes me more interested in it because he's a really, really good actor. I'll go watch a Josh Brolin movie. So, I don't know. Pedro Pascal not being in this, definitely a plus, in my opinion. Weapons is set in a Pennsylvania small town. It centers around what happens after 17 children from the local elementary school go missing at the same time. Pascal was originally set to play one of the fathers of a missing child. Josh Brolin took over the role when Pascal dropped out because of scheduling conflicts. So, yeah, I think he dodged a bullet, man. Yeah, Materialist. That's the movie. That's the other movie. So, Materialist barely made money. That was an A24, two A24 movies, because I believe A24 was Eddington, too. That was like a rom-com, low budget. That's the thing with A24 is they have low budgets, so it's hard for them to not make money. But that one barely squeaked by. Eddington that movie had a low budget, still bombed. Fantastic Four did not have a low budget. That movie is likely going to lose money as well. We just found out today, actually, that Thunderbolts officially disappointed Marvel. That shouldn't shock anybody. So, yeah, this Weapons movie, I'm interested in watching this. I remember watching the trailer and thinking, well, that's an interesting idea. I want to know what happened here. But to say it's not inspired by a lot of the tension between schools and parents, I think is you're fooling yourself if you don't think that was an inspiration here. I'm just wondering, okay, well, how do we take that and turn it into a fun movie? We'll see. I think it'll probably be good. I'm interested in it anyway. So it'll be fun reporting on the third week of Fantastic Four, which I will do as soon as we have some numbers. I think you're going to see that movie possibly fall to number 3 for its third week. Right from number 1 to number 3, because it barely made any domestic money last weekend. And now you've got 2 bigger movies. Freakier Friday, definitely a family film. Weapons, something for adults. You got something here for everybody. I think Fantastic Four is cooked. Hopefully Naked Gun carries some momentum. I'd like that movie to do well. Wouldn't it be funny if Naked Gun is number 3 and Fantastic Four drops to number 4? We'll see. Anyway, that's pretty much it. Let me know what you guys think about all of this in the comments. If you would, please subscribe, share, hit that notification bell, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace.